Hi everyone, welcome back to a new short on space workout. Today I'm going to use 5-pound weights. Feel free to grab whatever weight you think is going to be appropriate for this. Get your workout started on your fitness tracker. Get a little water if you need, and let's get it started. Exercise, I'm actually going to start sideways here. We're going to do a mini speed skater. So I'm going to go back and forth from one side to the other side. Just as if we were doing a speed skater, but we're doing a little mini speed skater since we're short on space. And I'm also not coming down to reach for my foot like I normally would doing a speed skater, so that we're not hitting any walls or furniture as we do this. So it's a lateral hop from one leg to the other. I'm making sure that I'm sticking my balance before I jump off into the other foot. I'm also using my arms to help me on that jump. Exhale on the jump. Inhale as you coil back. Excellent. Next one, we're going to go push up to a side plank. So I'm going to alternate sides on each of the push-ups. You can go from your toes or from your knees on this. Here we go. Taking it down into that push-up. Strong exhale. Rotating onto the side of my feet. Opening all the way up, bring it back down, inhale on the way down, exhale pushing up, rotate the feet. My top foot is either stacked in front or stacked on top. It's going to be a little harder for the balance here. Push away, open all the way up. You can also modify this from your knees. Take the push up on your knees here, and then we can pop back up to the toes, rotate into that side plank, bring it back, take the knees down, inhale, exhale, back up to the toes, rotate. So whatever variation, modification you need to do is fine. Perfect. Okay, next exercise, we're gonna go boat pose archers. So a lot of these exercises you've seen in the other circuits. We're just showing you how it can be done in a short amount of space. So chest is gonna be up nice and tall as if somebody has a string and they're pulling me up towards the ceiling. Arms are forward, and as if I am pulling on that bow and arrow, I'm gonna pull my elbow back, open my chest, bring it back up to the top. Exhale with it. So if you modify a little easier, I'm not going to lean back as I draw my elbow back. I'm going to rotate. If you want to make it a little harder, you can lean back a little more as you draw that elbow back. Inhale, coming back up to the top. Exhale on that pull. Inhale up. We really want to focus on maintaining your chest up nice and tall and not allowing yourself to round in the back. So if you start to feel this in your back, that's a good indicator that you need to check your form. Very good. Here we go. Let's grab your weights. So last time we did shoulder extension. Today we're going to do shoulder flexion. Split stance. My feet are still shoulder width apart. Toes bent on that back foot, heel is up. We're going shoulder flexion, arms are straight. Bringing those biceps right up next to your ears. Heavy into that front leg. And I'm driving off the back foot, not letting my weight drop into that back leg. Exhale, bringing the weights up towards the ceiling. Switch legs, keep going right into it. Heavy into that front leg, driving off the back leg. Core tight. Breathe with it. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze those triceps, arms straight. And relax. Perfect. Go ahead and set your weights down. We did a single leg balance last week. We're gonna do one again, this time taking it out to a lateral touch. So, single leg, balance here, single leg, and as if I was gonna touch my toe in a swimming pool, I'm just barely gonna touch, come all the way back up to the top, squeeze the glute at the top, soft bend in the knee, as if I'm balancing a book on top of my head. Just coming down, sitting back into that heel, all the way up to the top, nice and tall. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, stand up nice and tall. Let's take it to the other side. So my hips, I want to reach my hips back as if I was sitting in a chair. I don't want my hips to reach as I reach with that leg. I really want to use my glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, all the way up to the top to squeeze. Inhale, exhale. Very good. Shake it out a little bit. Little piece of cardio here. We're gonna go foot fire, quick feet, football drill, whatever you want to call it. All right, little bend in the knees. And we're going quick feet here. You can hold your arms out in front. You can find a little rhythm, up and back. Totally up to you. You can take it out a little bit wider than your mat. Stay nice and low. You're gonna start to feel this in your calves. It's actually much harder than it seems. Find out my spacing here. Good, try to get a little lower, a little faster. Almost there. I feel this in my ankles quite a bit. Working on strengthening up those ankles. 10 seconds. You can go to the side, give yourself a little more space. Woo. Feel that one. Good. Okay, let's go back to your weights. Back to that split stance, and we're gonna go incline chest press. Feet are shoulder width apart, bend the toes on the back foot. So incline chest press. I'm looking right at the top of the door here, pressing up, so not straight forward, not straight up, 45 degrees. Drawing those elbows straight back, so I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back in together. And then exhale in that press. Making sure I'm squeezing the glute on that back leg. Good, switch sides. Keep your belly button drawn in, keep your hips tucked. So I'm not arching my back to try to push that weight up. I'm tucking my hips, keeping the hips tight right under my shoulders, keeping the glutes tight. My lower body is supporting all of that weight. My chest is squeezing. Whew. Okay. A lot of lateral movement today. So I'm gonna turn sideways again. We're gonna step out for a lateral lunge. So I wanna make sure as I step out, my toes stay pointed forward, my feet stay parallel. So I'm gonna step out, sit my hip down and back so it's behind my heel, ankle, knee, hip, lined up on this side. We're gonna go touch down with that opposite arm and right back up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and this is actually if you're short on space, having a wall right here is good to help with your form. Make sure I'm not on the buzzer. So if there's something right in front of me, it'll help me with my form because I shouldn't be dropping my chest and planting my face into the wall or the bed or the dresser. So I want to keep my chest up tall, shoulders back, sit back into that chair. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, coming up. Good. Okay, let's take it back down to the mat. One dumbbell for this one. You can go from your toes or from your knees if you need to modify the plank. We're gonna go single arm row. So I'm gonna set my feet out wider, a little bit wider than the mat, so I'm set up like a tripod. And then nice and strong through that core. So as I'm rowing, I wanna make sure that I'm not turning my hips up. So this is actually a core exercise, and the arm is just adding a little bit more instability and challenge to your core exercise. Good. So same thing here, if you need to modify from the knees, make sure that your hips are not way back here. Keep the hips dropped down so we're keeping the core engaged. Breathing out every time you come up for that row. Exhale on the pull. Don't let your hips move. We don't want to see any shifting around in the hips. Good. Whew. Okay, the last exercise here. We're going to take it to a hip bridge with a tricep extension. My feet are going to be shoulder width apart. Tucking that tailbone down and then lifting the hips. Squeeze those glutes. Arms are going to be right on top of my shoulders. I'm hinging at my elbows. Weights come right down by my ears and then straight up towards the ceiling. So my upper arm is not moving. It's just a hinge at the elbow and then extend, squeeze the back of those arms. Inhale down, exhale up. Halfway there, 30 seconds. Make sure you're maintaining that squeeze in your glutes. Draw that belly button in towards your spine. Good. Keep breathing with it. And done. Bring those hips down, set the weights down. Awesome job. So go ahead, start the video over, get round 2, get round 3. Make sure you're staying hydrated, and we will see you next time.